This is anise hyssop, and they also attracts different moths, grasshoppers. You can see some of the bees that are actually on those spikes.
Pooja Bansal has created a haven in her front yard for bees, butterflies, and other little creatures.
We decided to take out the grass because we felt it was a very unsustainable resource, a monoculture, and we didn't want to be day to day mowing the lawn for no purpose. It wasn't giving back to the community, not creating biodiversity, and also uses a lot of pesticides.
Bansal hired 2 landscape designers and planted over 120 plants.
And depending on which ones are thriving, I end up planting more of those and seeing where the weeds are growing more. So I want to crowd out the weeds. So it's a very intentional process, but it does require a lot of patience and perseverance and a certain amount of tolerance.
What Bansal did not expect was a city official to come by and tell her she had to rip out a lot of the native grass and weeds. She says the fire official told her they didn't comply with the city bylaw and gave her a warning letter.
Fire inspector showed up out of the blue saying a neighbor complained about having overgrowth and about a yard, and he asked us to cut down the overgrown native grasses that were growing on their own, as well as some weeds.
The city wouldn't comment on this specific property, but in a statement said the city's bylaw compliance section works with the resident to address the issue of noxious and prohibited weeds by notifying them with the intention of coming to an agreement. A master gardener says creating a more natural landscape requires research, and that plants should be sourced from native plant suppliers.
I always say avoid wildflower mixes because they can include plants that are not native to our area and become invasive.
Bansal complied with the city order and removed the invasive plants. Despite this experience, she plans to expand her garden and wants to inspire others to do the same. Ashwarya Duda, CBC News, Saskatoon.